The reaction from Dick Cheney, well, actually a pre-reaction, because Cheney went on Sean Hannity's miserable television program the other night and whined and bleated and pissed all over himself about, well, the CIA ought to release all the memos now, the ones that showed where, by using our techniques, we did thwart acts of terror against the United States. You know, Cheney is such, I don't know what's wrong with him. Well, I do. He's just insane. But that doesn't negate the fact that torture is illegal, you dumb jerk. That's point A through F. Point G is the fact that these secret memos that Cheney's talking about that demonstrate where we thwarted our war on terror enemies is nonsense. You know it as well as I do. There's no there. Memos that show what? The same kind of screaming, screeching nonsense as was found in the memos authorizing torture. Is that what Cheney's talking about? What is he going to come up with? What would be released? Memos that said, as a result of the process used against Abdullah, we have thwarted 19 plans that were going to go into effect that would have brought anthrax, nuclear bombs, radiation sickness, and Ebola fever to 19 cities in the United States. But not to worry, our tactics allowed us to stop it all. End of memo. Is that what Cheney wants people to look at and go, oh, gosh, they saved our lives? Cheney is a psychopath. He needs to be jailed as quickly as possible. And the press corps, after all this happened, all they could ask, poor Robert Gibbs, and we'll have some of this for you tonight, all they could ask this poor man is, when did you all change your position? Well, you know, the other day on Stephanopoulos, Rahm Emanuel said, well, didn't President Obama say not more than 36 hours ago? Well, over and over and over again. Is this a change of policy? It's not? It is? Why is it a change? What made the change? Who's, what? Over and over and over, as if that mattered. As if anybody gives a tinker's damn. But that's all the press corps could focus on. Well, isn't this a contradiction what you said a week ago? Well, what about last night? Well, what about yesterday? Well, what about last Friday? Well, what about a week ago? What about 2 weeks ago? Oh, my God. What are you doing here, Mr. Gibbs? What are you doing, President Obama? What's going on? Hey. When did you change your mind? They're like a bunch of scurrying cockroaches, aren't they? The crack White House press corps. And this Ed Henry from CNN and the White House correspondent for NBC, Chuck Todd, these two are really starting to get under my skin. So we'll have some of that for you tonight. But Cheney, Cheney's amazing. Well, we ought to release all the, you see, Sean, if all the memos were released, the ones that showed, if you will, how the processes and procedures we used against these terrorists, I think the American public would fully understand how these policies were desperately needed and how, if you will, how they kept the country safe. I think Barack Obama is making a major mistake, Sean. I really do. And if you'll come over here a little bit closer, I'm getting hungry. I'd like to eat part of you. I'll start with your hand, Sean. You can give your hand for freedom and stopping terrorism, can't you, Sean? Jesus, God. He doesn't get it. Dick, look at me. Torture is torture. It doesn't make any difference what it produces. It's still torture. Do you not understand that? Dick?